Okay, today we will discuss half subtractor, right? So in the previous class we have discussed half adder circuit, full adder circuit. Okay, let me list here what we have completed. We have completed half adder circuit. We have completed full adder circuit. Okay, and we have completed 4-bit parallel adder circuit. Okay. Similarly, we have seen 8-bit parallel adder circuit. Okay. 8-bit parallel adder circuit. So today we will discuss half subtractor circuit. Okay. Half subtractor. Why it is used? It is used to subtract two single bit binary numbers. Okay. So it is used to subtract two single bit. Okay, two single bit binary numbers, right? So decimal subtraction, right? In decimal, two single bit means 8 minus 4, we will be getting 4, right? Single bit. Okay, so this is only single bit. Similarly, so in case of binary, two single bit means how many probability we will have, or what kind of combinations we can have. We can have 0 minus 0. Okay, then we can have 0 minus 1. Okay, we can have 1 minus 0, and we can have 1 minus 1, right? These are the four possible single bit subtractions that we can have. Now please recollect the binary subtraction what we have studied, okay, many days ago. So we will be using the same logic over here. So if you would like to subtract 0 from 0, what will be the answer? The answer will be 0, isn't it? So if you subtract 1 from 0, the answer will be 1. If you subtract 1 from 1, the answer will be 1. But if you can you subtract 1 from 0? No, because 1 is a larger value, right? If we consider unsigned, okay, practice, right? 0 minus 1, not possible. So what we have to do is we have to borrow. Okay, we have to borrow a 1, right? If you borrow a 1, it becomes 1 0, right? 2. 1 0 means in binary how much? 1 0 in binary is equivalent to 2, isn't it? So 2 minus 1 is 1. 1. Okay. So 2 minus 1, this is 1. So the difference is 1, but we have borrowed 1, isn't it? We have borrowed this 1. So it produces two things. This is the borrow. Okay. Borrow is also 1. So in other subtractions like 0 minus 0, do we have any borrow here? Is it producing any borrow? No. Borrow is 0. Okay, borrow is 0 and difference is 0. So for this case, you can see difference is 1 and borrow is 0. 0. And for this case also, difference is 1 and you can see borrow is 0. But for here, borrow is 1 and difference is also 1. So let's put this in tabular form, right? So you can take variable, let's say I take a variable A and take another variable B. Okay. So the set of possible combinations are 0, 0, okay, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, right? So output, I can have the difference between this. Okay. So difference, I will take the variable D, okay, and borrow, right? And borrow. Let's see what we are getting. 0 minus 0. Difference was 0, isn't it? And borrow was also 0. And let's write borrow in some other color. Okay, borrow is also 0. Now 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1. You have to borrow 1. Okay, so first you fill the borrow part. Okay, you have to borrow 1. Then after borrowing 1, it becomes 1 0. 1 0 means 2. 1 0 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. So this is 1. Okay, the difference is 1. Similarly, 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0, it
1.
is 1. Okay, and borrow is 0. And 1 minus 1 is
1 0.
how it is 1 0. 1 minus 1
I mean,
difference is 0. Borrow
difference
is
0.
0. Okay, borrow is also 0. Okay, so right. So we had a correction here, 1 minus 1. The difference is 0. Okay, so which we have taken into consideration, right? So if we would like to make the circuit for half subtractor, what we have to do? We have to get an expression for the difference term, okay, and borrow term, right? So as it is two variable, see here, I'm taking a two variable K map, okay. So let's take a two variable K map, and I'm finding the expression for difference, okay. So this is variable A, this is B,
Hello, Ma.
1, this is 0, 1, okay. Now for the difference where you have 1, when A is 0, B is 1, A is 0, B is 1, okay, you have a 1 here, okay, and you have another 1 over here. When A is 1, B is 0, A is 1, B is 0, let's see here. So what will be the answer? We'll say, what will be the answer for this? What will be the answer for this?
A bar B plus AB bar.
A bar B plus AB bar. Okay, so directly you can write this is A XOR with B. Okay, directly we can write. I told like you can have in mind that this is a diagonal grouping. Okay, just have in mind, and the answer will be A XOR B, right? Similarly, for borrow, if we try to get an expression, right? Again, take a two variable K map. Okay, this is variable A, this is variable B. So this is 0, 1, 0, 1. So where you have 1 here? Okay. When A is 0, B is 1. A is 0, B is 1. You have 1 over here. So what will be the expression for borrow? This is A complement B. Okay. This is A complement B. So how to make the circuit? Okay. You take two inputs. Okay. This is A. Take another one. This is B. So take this is A, this is B. So A XOR B, right? So we'll take A, okay, and B. Take an XOR gate here, okay, to input XOR gate, right? So this is the difference term, okay, which is equal to A XOR B, AB complement plus BA complement, right? Similarly, for the borrow term, what we can do, okay, this is A XOR B, right? For borrow, this is A complement B. Okay, you require A complement. So what we will do, we'll take this A, right? Take a NOT gate. So this is A complement and take B, and these two should be AND. Okay, right? So this is the borrow, which is equal to A complement B, right? Which is equal to A complement B, right? So this is the circuit for half adder. Okay, so half adder circuit diagram, right? So half adder is used to subtract two single bit numbers, okay, two single bit number, and in this subtraction, it don't consider the previous carry what was generated, right? Now let's move quickly to full adder circuit. Sorry, this is half subtractor. Okay, So this is half subtractor, not adder. Okay. This is half subtractor circuit. Okay. Now next, let's move to full subtractor circuit. Okay. Full subtractor. So why full subtractor is used? Full subtractor is also helpful in making subtraction of two single bit numbers. But what it will do, it will consider the previous borrow into account. Okay. Let's say I give an example in decimal. Okay. Let's say I give an example in decimal. You have a number, let's say 756, or let's say this is 271. Okay. 271. So I'm going to subtract this too. So what I will get, 6 minus 1, this is decimal number. Okay. So this is an example of decimal. 6 minus 1 is 5, and 5 minus 7. Is it possible? 5 minus 7 is not possible. So you have to take a borrow from here. Okay. So if you take one borrow from here, this will become 15. Okay. Isn't it? So you consider this part only. Okay. So earlier 5 minus 7 was not possible. So what we have taken borrow 1. So it is 15 minus 7. So this results into 8. Isn't it? This results into 8. Now, when you do subtraction for this last one, what you will do? Will you do 7 minus 2? Will you do 7 minus 2? Will it give correct answer? No, we have to take care of this borrow. Okay, what was given in the previous subtraction, right? So what we have to do, either subtract this borrow 1 from 7, or add this 1 with this 2. Okay. So this 7 minus 2, right? It can be written as 7 minus 1. Okay. Minus 2, right? Or you can have 7 minus 2 plus 1. Okay. So both will give the same answer. 7 minus 1 is 6 minus 4. 6 minus 2, it is 4. This is 7 minus 3. This is also 4. Right? So all of you are clear what I am doing here. Okay. So either you can decrease 1 out of this 7, or you can increase 1 in this component 2. Right. So what we have to do is, we not only subtract these two number, we also take care of the borrow what was given earlier. Okay. So full subtractor will take care of this thing, right? So in order to do 6 minus 1, okay, in order to do 6 minus 1, we require half subtractor. It will solve the purpose. 5 minus 7, okay, it also half subtractor will solve the purpose, but previous borrow should be taken into account. Okay, so then we can make full subtractor. Now let's see here. I will take another example. Okay, I will take another example of this binary numbers, right? So let's say I have a binary number. Understand this carefully. 11011. Okay, we have this binary number 11011. Okay, and I have another binary number. Let's represent this red color stuff as A. Okay, and I have another number 110. Okay, 110. Take this as B. I would like to subtract these two numbers. Okay, A minus B, 11011, and this is 110. Right? I would like to subtract them. So as here there are no numbers, I can fill it with 0. Okay, I can fill it with 0. Now let's see what happens here. I'm going to subtract these two numbers, right? So what I will do is, understand here carefully. First I will subtract this part. Okay. 1 minus 0. Okay. So 1 minus 0. Each subtraction will produce two things. Okay, isn't it? each subtraction will produce, each single bit subtraction will produce a difference and it will produce a borrow, right? So 1 minus 0 is how much? 1 minus 0 is, respond quickly.
1
1
0.
minus 0 is
1.
1. Okay. The difference is 1. But what is the borrow?
0, sir.
Are you
0.
borrowing anything for this subtraction? No. So the borrow component is 0. Okay. So I'll write it here. The borrow is 0. So this borrow is taken here. Okay. Now let's do the second subtraction. Okay. 1 minus 1. Okay. So this is 1 minus 1. So what will be the answer? It's 0. Right? The difference is 0. Is it taking any borrow? No. So the borrow is also 0. Right? So the difference is 0. Right? And the borrow is also 0. Right? So let me say that 0 borrow is coming here. So here also borrow is 0. Okay. Now coming to the third part. Okay. This is 0 minus 1. Is it possible? 0 minus 1. So let's do 0 minus 1. What will be the answer? I'm using
1.
half subtractors here to take difference of 2 bits. Okay. So 0 minus 1, you have to borrow a 1. Okay. We have to borrow a 1. So it will be 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. Okay. So what we will do, we will borrow a 1 from here. Okay. We'll borrow a 1 from here. Right? So it will be 1 0 minus 1, right? 2 minus 1, this is 1. Okay. So what this subtraction is going to produce? Okay, what this subtraction is going to produce? It is producing a difference of 1 and a borrow of 1 because it has borrowed. Okay, so it has borrowed 1 from the neighbor. Okay, so borrow 1. So this borrow 1 information need to be communicated, okay, to the last, right? Or else what will happen? See in the previous one. Here 5 minus 7 was not possible. So we have taken borrow 1. And this 1 was taken over here, okay, or lended to this particular subtraction. It should be taken into consideration while making this subtraction, 7 minus 2. So what we are doing, either subtract it from 7 or add it with 2. Okay, add it with 2. Then we will get the correct answer. So this borrow 1 information, okay, this should be shared with this fellow, right? Now next subtraction is what? 1 minus 0. What do you have to do? So you have a borrow 1 here, isn't it? You can see a borrow 1 is there, right? So if a borrow 1 is there, either you have to subtract 1 from this 1, okay? You have to subtract 1 from this 1, or you have to add it over here. You have to add it over here, right? So what I will do, I will add it over here, okay? I'm going to add this over here, okay? So it will be 1 plus 1, okay, isn't it? So, sorry, this is 1, okay, minus 1 minus 0 plus 1, okay. So, let me write it over here. So, it will be equal to what? 1 minus 0 was there, and we had a borrow 1, okay. So, this 1, what we can do, 1 minus 1, okay, minus 0. This will give us the answer, or 1 minus 0 plus 1. Okay. This borrow 1, okay, this borrow 1 we have subtracted here, or we can add it here. Okay. So what will be the answer? You can say this is 0 minus 0. Answer is 0. Okay. Is it producing any borrow? Difference is 0. Borrow is also 0. So this is 1 minus 1. Difference is 0. Borrow is also 0. So here you will get the answer 1 minus 1. This is 0. And is it producing any borrow? No, borrow is also 0, right? So this borrow 0 information need to be communicated here. Okay, and we have the last subtraction using half adder, right? So it is 1 minus 0. Okay, and the borrow is 0. So simple subtraction, 1 minus 0, the answer will be 1. Okay, the answer will be 1. So this is the answer what we got out of the subtraction. Okay, so if I conclude it over here in writing, so what I'll get is it's 11011, okay, minus 110. The equivalent value is 10101. Okay, this is what we have calculated. So from this example, we will learn what is full subtractor. Okay, full subtractor will subtract two single bit binary values, but it will take previous borrow into account. It will take previous borrow into account. Okay. So if previous borrow is 0, subtraction as it is. Okay. If previous borrow is 0, subtraction as it is. In normal process, you have to do. If previous borrow is 1, okay, consider this case. If previous borrow is 1, what you have to do? Either you have to subtract 1 from here, or you have to add 1 here and do the subtraction. That will give us the answer, right? Now let's make the table for full subtractor, taking this logic into account. Okay, taking this logic into account, we will write the table. Okay, we have a variable a, we have a variable b, and we have another variable b in. Okay, I take b in as the previous borrow. Okay, this one. I'm taking this as B in, okay, previous borrow into account, right? And as usual, a subtractor should give me two output, okay? Subtractor should give me two output. One is the difference, okay? Another one is the borrow. Okay, so I'm taking the borrow as borrow out. Okay, what borrow is generated, okay, in the current subtraction. This is B out, okay, right? So let's fill it. I'm taking 0, 0, okay, 0, let me fill like this, 0, 0, 1, okay, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, okay. Let's make it easier, still easier for you people. What I will do is, okay, I will take 0 minus 0 with previous borrow 0, okay, 0 minus 0 with previous borrow 1, okay, then 0 minus 1, okay, with previous borrow 0, and 0 minus 1 with previous borrow 1, okay. Now let's learn 1 minus 0 with previous borrow is 0, okay, 1 minus 0 with previous borrow 1, okay. So 1 minus 1 with previous borrow 0, and 1 minus 1 with, okay, so it's 1 minus 1 with previous borrow 1. So what we have to do is, okay, see here, all of you see this table, okay, see this table. If borrow, previous borrow, this is previous borrow, be in, okay. So previous borrow, if previous borrow is 0, subtraction, this is the current subtraction I'm taking. This previous borrow is 0, subtraction as it is. No need to add something, no need to subtract something from both the variables. Okay. So what I'll do, if previous borrow is 0, okay. So in this table where previous borrow is 0, let me give an arrow mark here. Previous borrow is 0. Okay. Here previous borrow is 0. Right. So if previous borrow is 0, what will be the difference? The difference will be among these two numbers. Okay, difference will be among these two numbers without adding any value to it, right? So it will be 0 minus 0. The answer will be 0. Okay, 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1. What is the answer? 0 minus 1. You have to
1.
take a borrow, isn't it? You have to take a borrow in order to carry out this subtraction. It will be 1, 0. 2 minus 1. The answer will be 1. Difference is 1 and borrow is also 1. Okay. So 0, 1. The difference is 1 and it requires to borrow something. Okay. It is also 1. So here the difference is 0 and we don't have to borrow anything. Okay. So it will be also 0. We don't have to borrow anything. It will be also 0. Now come to this. Okay, so it's 0 here. Okay, so 1 minus 0, the difference is 1. Okay, and we need not borrow anything. And it is not producing any borrow, right? So this is 0 over here. Okay, so 1 minus 1 as it is. 1 minus 1 is 0. Is it producing any or seeking any borrow? No, so it will be 0 only, right? 1 minus 1, 0. No borrow required, 0. Okay, right? Now, if the previous borrow is 1, okay, if the previous borrow is 1, what you have to do? If the previous borrow is 1, what you have to do? Let's consider the first example. Okay, so it should be 0 minus 0. Okay, if previous borrow is 1, 0 minus 0, and you have previous borrow is 1. So what you have to do? You have to add 1 over here, okay, or you have to subtract 1 from here, okay, and do this calculation, right? So what it will do? It is equivalent to what? It is equivalent to 0 subtract with 1, isn't it? And if you write this, this is equivalent to 0 minus 1. Okay, 0 minus 1 is how much?
1, sir.
0 minus 1. We have to take a borrow, isn't it? 0 minus 1, half subtractor, remember. 0 minus 1 not possible. You have to take a borrow, isn't it? So it is 2 minus 1. The answer will be 1. Okay. With a borrow 1. With a borrow 1. So 1 minus 0. Okay. So 1 minus 0, what is the answer? The difference is 1 and we have borrowed 1. Okay. So difference is 1. Borrow is also 1. And do it in this way. 0 minus 1. Is it possible? No, it's not possible. You have to borrow a 1. Okay. So it is 2 minus 1. The answer difference is 1. And in order to perform this subtraction, we have borrowed a 1. Okay. So borrow will be also 1. So in any way, whichever way is understandable to you, you take that. So the answers over here will be difference will be 1 and borrow will also be 1. Okay. Right. Now come to this. Okay, come to this one. This is done. So this is 0 minus 1. Okay, let's do it. 0 minus 1 with the borrow 1. Previous borrow 1. Begin is 1. So what you have to do? You have to subtract 1 here. Okay, and do this, or else you have to add 1 here. Okay, and subtract it. So what you will get in both the cases? What you will get? So 0 minus 1. Is it possible? It's not possible. Okay. So in order to perform 0 minus 1, we have to borrow a 1. Okay. So this is 2 minus 1 and we have borrowed a 1. If you have borrowed a 1, B will be 1. Okay. And we are going to calculate the difference here. This is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So difference is 0, borrow is 1. Okay. Let's write it. Difference is 0, borrow is 1. Okay, difference is 0, borrow is 1, right? Similarly, if you do also, you are going to get the same thing. Difference is 0, borrow is equal to 1. Okay, now let's solve the next one. Okay, let's solve the next one. So this is 1 minus 0. Okay. So 1 minus 0 and the previous borrow is 1. Okay. So previous borrow is 1. Add a 1 here. Okay. So this is 1 minus 1. Difference is 0 and it is not borrowing anything. Borrow is also 0. Difference is 0. Borrow is also 0. Right. Do the last one. Okay. It's 1 minus 1. Okay. With borrow, previous borrow 1. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to add a 1 here. Okay. So this is 1 plus 1 is 2, isn't it? So 1 minus 2. Is it possible? Okay. 1 minus 2. What will be the answer? Or else do it in this way. This is 1 minus 1. Subtract 1 from here. Okay. And do. So this is equivalent to 0 minus 1. So 0 minus 1, you have to borrow here. Okay. So if you are borrowing something, borrow is getting 1. 0 minus 1. We have borrowed 1. So this is 2 minus 1. The difference is also 1. Okay. Right. So what answer we are getting? The difference is 1. Borrow is also 1. Right. So this is the table for full subtractor. Okay. This is the table for truth table. Full subtractor. I guess it is clear to all of you how to do the subtraction. Okay. So this similar way we are going to design the circuit. Okay. We are going to design the circuit. Now let's find out the circuit for full subtractor. How to do. Okay. Then we can quickly move to 4-bit parallel subtraction. Right. So we will take this into account. Okay. So we'll take this into account for difference. Okay. Consider the mean terms, and for borrow out, consider the mean terms, and okay. So let's make it here on the right side.
Sir,
Erasing it. Yes.
once explain that fourth one, sir.
Fourth one means input combinations, you say?
0, 1.
This one. This one.
Yes, sir. Difference is 0 and yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have to make the subtraction when previous borrow is there. Okay. 0 minus 1. Okay, right. Previous borrow is there. So previous borrow is there. If previous borrow is there, either you subtract 1 from this and do the subtraction, or you add 1 over here. Okay, and do the subtraction. Right. So if you subtract 1 from here, okay, 0 minus 1, what will get? 0 minus 1. Is it possible? 0 minus 1. Half subtractor table, remember, 0 minus
Should
1,
take borrow.
the difference will be equal to how much? In order to perform this subtraction, we have to borrow something, isn't it? So when you
Yes,
are
sir.
borrowing something, the out borrow, okay, B out, it should be 1 because you have borrowed already. Okay, in
Yes,
order
sir.
to perform this 0 minus 1, we have already borrowed. Okay, so B out will be 1, and the difference is how much? 2 minus
0.
1. 2 minus 1. Difference is 1. Okay, so this difference is 1. Which one we have calculated? We have calculated this. Okay, now if you write this, this is equivalent to 1 minus 1. Okay, and this is also taken into account. B out, already we got 1. Okay, B out, already we got 1. And will be the difference between 1 minus 1? It is 0. Difference is 0. This is the result. Difference is 0, B out is 1. Okay, difference is 0, B out is 1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's do the truth table for this. Okay. let's do the truth table for this. I would like to give an expression to this difference term. Okay, so it is a 3 variable problem, right? So let's make this truth table. Okay, for this 3 variable problem. So 8 cells we will have. We have here A, B, B in. Okay. So let's say this is 0, this is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Right? So where you find the mean terms, okay, for difference, you find the mean terms here, okay, and here, here, here. 4 mean terms are there. Okay. So 0, 0, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 1. Let me put it in this color. Okay, 0, 0, 1. Next, you have it 0, 1, 0. Okay, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Next, you have it 1, 0, 0. Okay, next you have it 1, 1, 1. Okay. What will be the answer for difference? We will say we have similar kind of table solved in the previous class for full adder. The answer will be
A XOR with B, B XOR with C.
okay. So we see we don't have, we have the variable name is previous borrow. Okay, B in, right? So we got an expression for the difference, okay, of full subtractor, right? Difference of the full subtractor. And let's make another truth table, okay, for the borrow, right? So let's make another truth table for the borrow. So this is A, B in, right? So we'll take 0. This is 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Right. So you see where you have the mean terms here, 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 and here. Okay. So the first one 0, 0, 1. Okay. So 0, 0, 1 you have here. Okay. Next you have at 0, 1, 0. Okay. 0, 1, 0 you have here. Then you have 0, 1, 1. Okay. Here. And you have here. Okay. Then you can make suitable combination. Okay. So we get a combination here. Get a combination here. Right. So what will be the expression for borrow? B out. Okay. Out. Borrow out. So this is one term. This is B, B in, right? Plus for this one, what you will get? A complement, B in, right? And for this one, what you will get? A complement, B, right? So this is the required expression for full subtractor. Okay, the difference can be written in this way. Okay, this is the difference. This is the borrow out. Okay, so full subtractor. The difference can be mathematically written as A XOR B XOR previous borrow, and the output borrow is equal to B input previous borrow plus A complement previous borrow plus A complement B, right? So if at all you get a derivation how to do, okay, you can do this nicely, right? By taking this logic of full subtractor and half subtractor into account, let's design today 4-bit parallel subtractor. Okay, 4-bit parallel subtractor, right? So last class we have designed 4-bit parallel adder. Okay, so let's do next 4-bit parallel subtractor. Okay. 4-bit parallel subtractor. 4-bit parallel subtractor. Right. 4-bit parallel subtractor. So what we have to do to understand 4-bit parallel subtractor, let's take a variable A. Okay. So the half subtractor and full subtractor are used to subtract two single bit binary numbers. Okay, half subtractor without considering previous borrow, full subtractor considering previous borrow into account. But the subtraction is for two single bit binary numbers. Okay, now we have here 4-bit binary number. Let's say A is equal to 1101. Okay, B is equal to 1000. Okay, one example I'm taking quickly. So in order to perform subtraction A minus B, what we were doing, okay, A minus B. If you do in regular method, A minus B, okay, so if you subtract here A minus B, what you'll get? 1 minus 0, okay, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 0, okay, isn't it? Its equivalent value is how much? Decimal value. 8, 4, 12, 1, 13. This is 8. 13 minus 8. This is equal to 5. Okay, so it's correct. So another method is there. What we have to do? We have to take A plus add 2s complement of B. 2s complement of B. Right? So B is 1000. What is 1s complement of B? 1s complement of B. You have to invert all these terms, isn't it? So what you will get? 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So what is 2s complement of B? How to get 2s complement? 2s complement will be equal to 1s complement plus
Inversion.
1. Okay. So 2s complement of B is 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Plus 1. Right. So if you add, this is 1, 1, 0. Okay, carry 1, right? 1, 1, 0, carry 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, this is the 2s complement of B. Anyway, it's coming same here with the given number. Okay, so there is coincidence. We will take up another example. So 1000, its 2s complement is also 1000. So what we have to do? A plus 2s complement of B. What is A? A is 1101. Okay, 2s complement of B is 1000. If you add these two, okay, whatever answer you get, 110, carry 1. Discarding the carry, this is your answer. This is equivalent to 5, isn't it? So 0101, you got it here, right? So subtraction can be done by taking one variable and 2s complement of another variable, adding them together. Okay, so let's quickly take one more example. Okay, one more example. Then we can go to that parallel subtractor, right? Let's take A is 1100. I've taken to be 12, decimal 12, and I'm taking B to be equivalent to 0100. This is how much? 1 to 4. Okay, so this is 4. The subtraction should give me an answer 8. Okay, so this is regular subtraction. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. So the answer is 8. Okay, so it's acceptable, right? So what we have to do is A as it is, okay, plus 2s complement of B. 2s complement of B. This is B. Its 1s complement is 1011. Okay, so 2s complement is this plus 1. Okay, so what you will get? 2s complement of this is 112. Okay, 1 is coming here, so 1 again, 2, 1 is coming here, right? This is 1100. So I'm taking this value here and adding it 00. Okay, 110 and carry 1. Okay, 110, 112 plus 1 3. Okay, so answer 1, carry 1. So discard this carry. This is your answer. 1000. Okay. So 1000 equivalent value is 8. Okay. So we are getting the same answer, right? So understand here what we are doing. In order to subtract two 4-bit numbers, we are taking 2s complement of one number and adding it with the another number, right? So how to take 2s complement? You have to take 1s complement, invert all those numbers and add 1. Okay. So in order to invert individual bit, we require an inverter. Okay. So let's consider one black box. I am considering one black box and call it as full adder. Okay. I have a full adder circuit, and if I name these elements, okay, these elements, what I have with A, okay. So A we have, let's say 1100 here. Just a minute. Okay. Let me take it as A0, A1, A2, A3. Similarly, I'll take it as B0, B1, B2, B3. Right? These are the given numbers. So what I will do here, in order to get 1s complement, we are inverting this B0, B1, B2, B3, isn't it? So I take a full adder. Full adder is used to add two numbers considering previous carry into account. Okay. So one input I give A0. The another input what I give is not, this is B0. Okay. Inverted B0, right? And I give the previous carry, this one for the first adder as 1. Okay. I fix it as 1. So it will perform what? It will perform what? Let me put this example here. Our objective is to subtract 1100. Okay. Our objective is to subtract 1100 and 0100. Okay. So what we were doing is 1100, then invert this second number. Okay. 1011 and add a 1. Okay. To get the 2s complement. This together is 2s complement of this number. Okay. So if you add this, how much you are getting? 0 plus 1 plus 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1. 3 bits are there. You can carefully see. 3 bits are there, isn't it? 0 plus 1 plus 1. This one I have taken as previous carry over here. Okay, 0, 1. This is 0. Okay, this is 1. Right? So we require a full adder to do this, perform this expression. Okay. So what it will result? It will result in a sum and it will result in a, okay, it will result in a sum and it will result in a carry. Okay, see out. So this carry, we give it input to here. Okay, again, 3 bits will be added, right? So if you do that, we will get the subtraction value. Okay, so let's take one more full adder. Okay, and one more full adder. We require 4 full adders. Okay, we require 4 full adders to perform this subtraction. Okay, and you can take it as A1. Okay, this is B1. And we'll take it as A2. We'll take it as B2. This A3. Okay, B3. All right. So all full adder will produce a sum, isn't it? Sum 0. It will produce sum 1. It will produce sum 2. It will produce sum 3. And all are going to produce carry also, isn't it? This is carry 0. This is carry 1. Okay. This is carry 2. This is carry 3. I write it as C out. Okay. So it will be discarded in the result. Our subtraction result is the 4-bit. Let me write 4-bit subtraction result is but S3, S2, S1, S0. Okay, which is evident from this calculation. So let's do it. Okay, let's do it again. So this is 1100. So 1011 and add a 1 here. Okay, so try to complete this. Okay, so what sum you are getting? Sum I am writing in green color. Okay, so 0 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, go to full adder and see 0 plus 1 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so 2 means sum is 0 and the carry is 1. Okay, the carry is taken over here. Carry is 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, 2 means this is 0 and the carry is 1. Carry is 1, right? So this is 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. 2 means 1 0, right? So the sum is 0, carry is 1. Okay. So let's write the carry over here. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 means 1 1, isn't it? So the sum is 1 and the carry is 1. Okay, the carry is 1. So we discard this carry. Okay, this is the answer. This is 8, isn't it? This is 12 minus this together was for 4, isn't it? So answer is 8. Right? So this is the block diagram, okay, of the 4-bit parallel subtractor, right? So I guess it is clear to all of you, half subtractor, full subtractor, and 4-bit parallel subtractor, right? So we'll stop here today, okay, and we will take up multiplexers in the next class, right? Thank you very much.